Hello all, this is Dswank, and I am in Space Engineers. Right now, I'm by myself, but things should change relatively soon. Um, I've got one of my friends was going to join us before, but probably fell asleep. And then I would have Bridget in world, but her Steam has been acting up, so she had to reinstall a bunch of stuff. So, um, once that's done, she will be jumping in and joining me. Hey, um, I'm building this thing up, and I'm thinking, as long as I have ice with these uh, oxygen generators here, I should to actually fly somewhere. This is post commentary me. I'm hopping in to say Bridget doesn't join me. Another friend attempts to, but internet doesn't work out. And shortly, I will be letting old me take control for a very important statement. I just realized that my mining ship might be able to get me off planet. So, with that, I want to add in that Bifurcationist is in a voice chat with me at the moment while I'm playing this, and we discover that Space Engineers uses too much data for him to do multiplayer because he's stuck on a cellular connection and is limited by cell service issues. But on occasion, you will hear something from his voice chat. So that's what's going on in the background. And it takes him a little bit because Space Engineers needs to update. And here's me getting ready to do some mining and things like that. Testing out this as a mining rig. And it works pretty well. There's some issues with it. Getting resources up, things like that, don't work particularly well. So, on this. And that was. I really didn't say much. I was too angry at myself for it occurring. I was impressed. I only lost one drill on the craft, and I managed to get it out with the gyroscope power, which impressed me. So yay for gyroscopes! But yeah, um, collect some more fuel, head back to base. Nothing much really significant. I'm just kind of doing background stuff, hoping that when people join me, which didn't really happen, I would have something to do other than just housekeeping stuff. Um, but that didn't work out. So, I mean, flying back, kind of dull, but I'm getting more and more comfortable with flying the Pogo Miner. And I think by now I have decided that I am most definitely going into space with it. So, the majority of what's left is going to be me retrofitting this for a trip into space. Um, and Bifurcationist he does manage to join me for a few minutes, mostly long enough for him to realize that he can't play. So, unfortunately, that occurs. So, here I am mining for the platinum, that I need for ion thrusters. I'm going to put a small set of ion thrusters on the outside of the ship. Right, left, forward, back, up, down. Yeah, here. You could see that cluster for just a moment on the side. I'm putting in a large cargo container as storage so I can take a lot of resources with me. And then I'm putting these as braking thrusters, hydrogen braking thrusters, for once I'm in the atmosphere or once I'm in space. So, yeah. And just going through tapping, gathering resources. You can see I tore down the old storage large item. And yes, Bifurcationist has jumped in world, and he is asking me where I am. By now I have reset my med bay so it's neutral and turned the gun off so he doesn't die as soon as he spawns. And now I'm telling him backspace to die, and then my med bay should be on spawn option. And he spawns in, looks at his data rate, realizes it's running at basically half a gig of usage. And since he only has like 18 gigs a month of data, yeah, it's not going to work out. And also, to lower the tax on his system, I removed the almost all the mods. I believe there's only 4 mods currently on server, which is the windmill mod, the time mod, and the resource mods. So yeah, that's I had to cut those down so I didn't kill his data. I felt kind of bad about it when I had all these other mods I wasn't using, and he'd have to download it just for a test. And I didn't think about it at first, and then I was like, hang on, I need to turn these off. But yes, there he is. I have a friend. I have a friend that plays Space Engineers. Unfortunately, he can't play multiplayer. I could. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I like that. I like that a lot. It's a better way of doing all this. Oh well. Goodbye, construction. Oh, I guess I didn't destroy the construction component. Okay. Could do that. That. And that. That is actually a much better setup. More solar panels and less likely to be destroyed through me flying the ship. So that's a plus. That. I need construction components. Inventory. Construction components. Then I'll need everything to build that new. And then once I'll need to get some reactors or some uranium for those reactors. This is going to take forever. Girders. Inventory. Toss you. Girders. Steel plate. Okay. Inventory. Toss that. Steel plates. And I'm drawing a blank on that last one. Computers. Okay. Toss that. Computers and solar cells. There we go. Now, this thing hopefully will get me into orbit quite quickly. I've got the bare minimum for what I need to be in orbit, I feel. But I'd like to have so much more before I actually do that. Oh, I could grind this so much faster. Oh, and I can make a mess. So, as you can see, I have some fantastic discussion while building. I also have some audio sync issues, but yeah, it's off by about 5 seconds. But anyway, my plan is that next episode I'm going to take this into orbit, and I'll have enough stuff. I've got all the supplies to build another medical bay in the ship. I've got an extra refinery and everything needed to build some batteries. Everything needed to build some solar panels. You can see I took that refinery. Everything needed to build another assembler. And so, yeah. I'm nearing the end of this. My refit, or not refit, but yeah, refit. And I'll let my old self have it. And then weld you the rest of the way up. I don't really need that one. It'll be helpful. That one would be the next helpful. And then it's almost ready to go. Inventory. I want to take more battery stuff with me. Okay. Inventory. I think I'll still be able to take off with these thrusters. Inventory. Alright. I wasn't thinking about it. I turned the dogs off because I was with my experiment with my friend Bifurcationist. That was a weird noise. And I'll have that info in there in a little bit, or earlier in this episode. We just text chatted because his internet sucks. But anyway, I'm going to just let the game run and let things process, because that's where I'm getting slowed down, is I need this thing to cycle faster. And so I'm probably going to save, jump out, change resource speed just to get that stuff going through faster, because that's my bottleneck. And I will be leaving this planet, next episode. Until then, bye-bye.